talk about that. So, this is 42672, and the little groovy, he does a little like E major, E mixolydian, minor third to major third lick in the beginning. What I hear is he rests for a measure, then hits a B, the fifth of the E chord, and then major to minor third hammer on, G to G sharp, on the low E, B, B, C sharp, just 2, 2 and 4. And the note, the highest note is the octave of E, so. But on this second one, you can either hammer it on again. I like to bend it. I hear him bending it. Like, let's see. I didn't do that there. But so, and you kind of palm mute the. So that's that lick, and the verse chords of the song, and the chords of the song are going down the road, E, feeling bad. And in this version, they like to add the D as a passing chord, which is interesting because it kind of makes it like mixolydian instead of Ionian. Because when you have a major chord and you go down 2 frets, you have another major chord, you're usually in mixolydian, but it's more of a passing chord here, and Jerry responds to it in his solos. I'll show you in a second. So, and there's chords above the tabs that I attached. A, why isn't my guitar in tune? Always that damn G string. E. So it's basically E for what? Almost 4 measures, and then D at the end of the measure. So one more time, use different shapes. Talked about the cage system. Bobby uses these chords a lot. So like it'd be your C chord, but using it for an E shape. So going down the road, feeling bad. And on that 4th measure, E, E, D, D, A. The chords are so important because Jerry is like a jazz cat where, like, you know, I just learned the races on off Reckoning the other day. One of the solos, he does this lick over the A. Basically, he's very conscious of the chord changes. 2 things you'll notice when he solos is he really, like, has the vocal melody in mind and plays off that, as well as like knowing what chord. It's really important to know what chords you're playing over. So let's go back to the actual. Now that we got the boogie, so we have. Let's do the first chorus first, or let's slow it down a little bit. This is Guitar Pro, if anyone's wondering. I finally bought it. Not saying I torrented it illegally in the past or anything, or I was getting error messages in French, but I've purchased it. Those are ghost notes, so like play them softly. Alright, so let's take that. Let's just take that. Alright, so It's kind of hard to switch back and forth, but so we're starting on the fifth of the E chord. C, conscious of the chords. Slide into it. Chromaticism. Down the E major scale. He's going from the fifth to the fourth to the major third over the E. And then they do that whole D to A, and then when he goes to A, this is all like, you can even think of your C sharp minor pentatonic. If you're really just starting out and you want to jam over this, since besides the D chord, it's all basically E major, E Ionian, you could use E major pentatonic, which is just C sharp minor pentatonic, 9, 12, 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 12, 9, 12, but starting on the E, so relative major and minor. So we have, then does a, right out of that pentatonic. And you can study that and see that those all match with the A chord. Like for example, that is a third of the A, the, what am I thinking, C sharp. So, this on the D string to G, oh, it's just 11s and 9s on the Ds and the Gs. Then he does, bend at the 16th after holding it out. So that one's kind of hard to explain. It's just full bend, which means up 2 steps. I'm not a lefty. It must just be reversing it. But so you bend 16, kind of vibrato it. Hit it once it's bent, unbend it, 14 twice on the G. And then he uses his 12 a lot, which is B and C sharp, bending B into C sharp. So, right, let me go to that lick real quick. Just see what I'm talking about. See how he uses the bends out of the C sharp over the C minor? C sharp minor chord, he knows what the hell he's doing. That's a sick lick. And so that's the first chorus. In jazz, I call it choruses. Like, how many, like, the progression. It repeats once. So this solo is twice. So, it's... And that's all out of that pentatonic shape, too. Bend on the B, hit that high E12, bend that 11 on the G, and land on your E, home base. It's good to know where your E's are. I have an E here, I have an E here, E here, E here, E, all the way up there, you know, there's E's all around. And he does this really cool lick to get back into the, the next chorus, the next set of chords. So this is kind of walking up, like if you imagine your E chord down here, and you brought it up to like this kind of E, you just walk up the E major, the E Ionian scale. So that's what that sounds like. I love this lick. And like this time he really responds to the D, you can see. See, this is a D note right here. So he's really responding. They don't always do that D passing chord. A lot of versions where they don't use that D as a passing chord, but I think it's cool. It's out of key, but like, that's what makes it cool. So we have... So like, it'd be like down here, like, we're walking up into the fifth of the E chord. There's the third chromaticism. Jerry always does those slides from the fifth down to the third, because they're 4 notes apart. So. See how he does that, matches that D there? You should be able to play the solo and almost like hear the chords in the background without any accompaniment if you like really got improvisation down. Jerry could do that very easily, but so like that lick is thirteen and 14 on the G, major third of the E, and the fourth, 16 on the D, and then we do, it's a sequence. Like you hear Jerry do sequences, like where you do a pattern, and then you go and then take that pattern and you move it down. You know what I'm saying? Like down 3 or 4 and then go up and then down 4. So it's just kind of like that, but a different sequence. So 14, 16, 16 on the A, and then over the D, he lands on that D to match the band. You gotta kind of slide there. So once again, and there's attached if like this doesn't make sense. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Well, I mean, I think I basically covered most of it. And then they all come into going. So you can, a lot of it, if you're just starting off and you want to improvise over it and you have a loop pedal or something, C sharp minor pentatonic, like I said, is E major pentatonic. But then you want to add in, not, because pentatonic, the prefix pent means 5, right? So we want 7 notes. Or chromaticism means all, 12 notes, but, so we would have, whoops. So practice that scale, 12 on the low E, 9, 11, 12 on the A, 9, 11 on the D, 8, 9, 11 on the G, 9, 8, 12, so we're just altering the pentatonic on the B, and then 9, 11, and here's why you can see the D comes out of nowhere, because usually in your E major scale you have an E, not an E flat, I mean it could be considered E flat, D sharp, so when you go to D it's kind of like mixolydian. So I hope that made sense. Love you guys.